everyone, welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. Today we have Upper Tampa Chamber of Commerce is our very special guest, and boy do we ever have a house full. A lot of really key people that are coming on board to raise the awareness on what's happening in that wonderful area of Oldsmar, which I adore. We just did a seminar over at the in Oldsmar at the Marriott. We did, just Saturday and Sunday. But I have to say we have Jerry Custon with us and Darlene Frazier in our first segment that's going to be talking about Centennial Days, celebrations everywhere, fun, all that. And I have to say, Darlene and I just clicked like that. We both have some TV background, although you got me beat with radio. I have done only a little bit of that. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Pleasure being here.
This is so great. Now, Jerry was telling me that you are the main gal that handles the Centennial events. Tell us a little bit about what's happening.
There is so much going on, Barbara. We are telling people to catch on to the excitement and the enthusiasm and the celebration. We have events that are planned for the entire year. We had our first event in January 29th, which is a kickoff for the Centennial, which is our 5th Fridays, every 5th Friday in this year, and there are 4. And we have events at REO's Park where there's live music, entertainment, activities for kids, food vendors, you name it. So we had our first event in January. The next event is the Centennial Dinner Dance, which I am excited about that.
Where's that going to be held?
That's going to be at Neilsen Ballroom, and it's the 1920s style.
Oh, how fun! Fringes, flappers.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Not that I would remember that really.
Wow. You can watch like The Great Gatsby or something.
Yes.
Fashion.
Yes. Oh, how fun that's going to be.
That's a lot of fun with that. Great food, live music with that, and so we're excited. That's going to be on Thursday, March the 31st.
Very nice. So that's coming up here next week.
Exactly.
Cool. You came right at the great time to talk about that.
Oh, yeah. People can still go online, I think, up till the next couple of days, and they can purchase their tickets online, oldsmar100.com, and they can get tickets and they can enjoy the fun that we have for the Centennial Dinner Dance. We're excited about that.
How far in advance must you begin to be planning these events?
We started back in 2014.
For this year?
For this year. And normally when you're doing events, you want a good year out. So that you can sit down. We have a lot of people on the team. Of course, the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce, the city, Oldsmar Library, volunteers. There's a lot of people that are involved in planning the Oldsmobiles Club to sit down and talk about how we want the city to shine.
Yes.
And how we want to get everyone excited about what we're doing.
Oh, and you are really shining. I mean, I've been to some of the events over there, and the Oldsmar Days are going to be coming up. And Jerry, I know you've always got your hands full too, and you never, ever have a challenge getting guests for our chamber show.
Not so far. But as a matter of fact, the day after the dinner dance, that starts Oldsmar Days. So that'll be April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And as Darlene mentioned, the Oldsmobile Club, this year they're having the annual the annual club meeting of the Oldsmobile Club of America here for the Centennial. So we'll be talking about that in more detail later today. But on Friday evening, they're going to have a special Oldsmobile show right on State Street in Oldsmar. And so we'll have music all weekend. Got some great bands coming up. I think on Friday we have Ronnie D and the All-Stars, and they'll be followed by Greg Billings, 2 great local bands to do that. Ronnie's dad was Joey D of Peppermint Twist.
Oh gosh, I remember. Not that I do remember.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday we're going to have the parade. That's going to be a big parade. The only thing I'm going to mention about the parade, because we talk about that later, is because it's a Centennial parade. I found a friend in church, World War II veteran, 100 years old.
Oh, wow.
So he's going to be our Grand Marshal, Ed Stacy.
Aww.
He's a World War II Pacific veteran and was involved in the Battle of Macon Island and the Battle of Saipan. So we have one of the greatest generations going to be riding that parade with us. So,
oh, that's so fabulous.
So that's good.
Yes.
And the bands we'll have Radio Crime, And I think after that, we're going to have the disc jockey Pitbull Toddler, and his band. And we'll close out Saturday night with the Soul Circus Cowboys. And then on Sunday, we're going to have a youth band, a couple teenage kids, the Mack Brothers, and then a group called the Outpatient Group. But then the big one for the whole weekend, Phil Esposito and the Black Honkies.
I knew you were
Yes.
going to say that. I got chill bumps. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Brother Phil.
Oh, that's
So,
amazing.
So we're going to have fun. It'll be 5 to 11 Friday, 11 to 11 Saturday, and then noon to 7 on Sunday. So we'll have a full weekend with that. And then the next thing we'll have coming up after that is the Chamber also is involved with an education foundation, and the Education Foundation will have their annual fundraiser again at Neilsen on May the 5th, and that'll be called Cinco de Mayo.
Oh,
So we're going to do
nice.
some simulated horse racing with the Tampa Bay Downs, and we'll have a great time there. It'll be a casino theme type thing. So.
That is so exciting
Yeah.
to see so much going on, and of course the planning starting way, way, way in advance. So you must be planning now for the next couple of years. I mean,
they're-
that's just amazing.
Well, they're having another planning meeting. They don't stop planning. They're having another planning meeting Thursday night.
Actually, every event we have to meet and go over so that we can be better than the previous event. So after we've done the weekend of events at the end of this month, then we are working on the April 29th event, July 29th, and September 30th, because we have 3 more Fifth Fridays.
Oh,
And they're
yeah.
all themed. There's a country theme, a country party coming up on April 29th. Then on July 29th, we go tropical with Caribbean Carnival.
Love it, love it.
And then September 30th is the Golden Oldies party. So there's something for everyone for the Centennial.
Yeah, that's what's really nice with families, the young at heart. I
Yeah.
mean, really, that's just so much fun. And you've been involved for a good little while here, haven't you?
I have tried to do everything that I could get my hands into in the city of Oldsmar. I've been in Oldsmar for 19 years, so I've seen it grow. It's a wonderful community. We're bringing in a lot of businesses, and so we're just asking folks to catch on, celebrate. This is a big party this year.
Yes, yes, it really is. And for everybody to get involved and really be part of it, you know, you feel more part of the community when you get involved with these community events.
Exactly.
And so many people just don't know about it unless they check out with the chamber, or if they're a member, if they're a business owner and a member of the chamber, they know all about that. But that's one of the reasons why we love doing My Chamber TV, is so that we can actually raise the awareness for you. And if you are a business owner, maybe somebody's giving you a tip off on My Chamber TV, always tune in here, because you can see what chambers that we feature and when and what's happening in the local communities. Because when you get involved, it's all about building relationships. When you join a chamber, that's the one commonality that I have found throughout every single chamber that we interview here at Tampa Bay Multimedia. So I love to talk about that. I love to talk about the different events, the different businesses, how everyone engages with one another. In fact, we also have guests coming up that's going to be talking about that whole relationship building.
You bet.
Jerry, you and I've talked about that.
Yep.
I'm sure, Darlene, you know yourself, and you've got a great personality and everything.
Oh,
and
sweet,
being
thank
out there and connecting people, it happens organically, doesn't it? It just happens.
It does.
When you get involved, when you raise a hand, you step in, you don't have to really tread the water, just jump right in, you know?
Absolutely.
That's exactly what Darlene and I were talking on the drive up.
The thing is that there's so much to do, and people need to get involved. I've learned so much more about Oldsmar when I became a part of the Centennial. There is so much history in the city.
Yes.
So much to do. And you mentioned opportunities. We still have sponsorship opportunities.
Oh, good, let's hear about it. Let's ask for sponsorships.
Yes, we need sponsors. We need small businesses, medium-sized businesses, large businesses to catch on to the excitement. It is very important for businesses to be a part of this historical event. We also have a time capsule that businesses can be a part of, local residents can be a part of. That time capsule is going to be housed at the old bank building on State Street. We have vendor opportunities for food and business and arts and crafts vendors, and everyone can catch on by just logging onto our website,
Perfect.
oldsmar100.com.
That's easy enough.
Ready to roll.
Love it. I absolutely love it. I bet you're excited, especially since you've been pulling things together and planning planning and replanning, and gosh, that must take hours and hours to get involved with something like that.
I think the thing is the passion that I have for it. I've been doing events marketing, sports marketing, all of that for a really, really long time. And it's like planting a seed and watching a seed grow.
Yeah.
And once it blossoms, you can sit back and you can enjoy the folks enjoying themselves and the successes that business have by, partnering up with such an event as this.
Yeah, and it is such you guys go all out. I can't wait to hear about the Olds show, and I was there, when was it? A few years ago, when you had the big car show and you had the rock and roll going on, and it was so amazing. I've never forgotten it, because it was just done so well with the food vendors and just all the fun stuff going on.
Thank you very much. Like I said, a lot of planning goes into it.
Yeah.
All we're praying for is we get weather like we have today.
Oh, I know. Today was perfect.
Beautiful day.
Absolutely perfect. Anything else you want to share? We're about to take a little time out here on our break.
Well, we also have other events that are coming up. We have a huge concert coming up at the Tampa Bay Downs. That's going to be in October. And then we're going to commence the Centennial celebration with closing of the time capsule. It will be opened up in 50 years from this year.
Wow.
And we're excited about that. There's a lot of involvement. The whole city can be a part of it.
Wow, that is exciting. I tell you, it's really wonderful, and I want to thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Barbara.
And you'll have to watch the show, because it goes into the archived. It'll be there for everyone, and that's why we love doing these shows, because even though you may have some friends or businesses that didn't get a chance to watch the show live today, within the next 24, 48 hours, you'll be able to watch it at webeamtv.com. That's webeamtv.com. You'll be able to check out and see what's happening in that hot city that is smoking over there in Oldsmar. I love it.
We'll put it right on our website, too. They can look there, too.
Exactly. Well, we're going to go ahead and take that time out. I think we have a couple of minutes there to do some housekeeping, and then when we come back, we have more guests that's going to be talking about what's happening in Oldsmar Days, relationship building, and so much more. Stay with us. We'll see you back after these messages.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
Providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
Coming here, you're not just like an ordinary patient. You're actually treated like a family member, and you're treated like he actually gets to know you and makes you smile.
Welcome to New Tampa Pediatric Dental, and we are the Bees!
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex home loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Ever need a doctor after hours? Well, searching won't help. But what do? You could go to the urgent care or ER, but if only there was a better way. Introducing the MNO Plus card. No waiting rooms, no copay, no consultation fee, giving you 24/7 access to a doctor by phone or online. It's easy to get started with affordable plans starting at $15 a month for a family of 5. For more information, visit mnoplus.com today.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation. Visit Pasco County, Florida.
Nice.
And welcome back in, everyone, to My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. We have the Upper Tampa Chamber, and we are talking about a lot of great things happening in Oldsmar. And our second guest, along with Jerry Custon, we happen to have Amy Rettig.
Yes, that's right.
Welcome, my dear.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you with us. I hear you're the fireball over there.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know about that. But Jerry is my biggest promoter, I think. Jerry and I go back almost 13 years.
Yeah?
And so we've known each other a long time, and he's always a pleasure to be around, always promoting Oldsmar. I learn everything from this guy.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
He is amazing.
I know. A wealth of information.
When I first called Jerry, I think we were on the phone for like an hour and a half.
Well, that happens.
See? You can't get off the phone because you're so engrossed in the conversation with good content, things you want to hear more about.
Really good content. If you ever want a tour, this is the guy to do it. I give the Oldsmar tours along with my colleague Will, but the two of us can't hold a candle to this guy.
So what all are you getting involved with? I mean, PR, that's a big deal.
We do, yes, we do a lot of public relations, community outreach, corporate reputation at Neilsen. We've been in the community for over 12 and a half years now. I met Jerry just a little bit before we moved in, and it's been a great spot for us. We love Oldsmar, and we've had a long history in Tampa Bay, and since 1968 we've been in West Central Florida, but in Pinellas County since 1972.
Wow, I love Oldsmar too.
Yeah, so we moved over there in 2003, and it has flown by. Yeah, it'll be 13 years in September, October.
So you're involved with where you live and everything, and that is wonderful.
Yes, so we're the largest employer in the city of Oldsmar, but I think more importantly, we love to get involved with the city, with the chamber, with the Education Foundation, which is why I'm wearing my hat today.
What's the story about the hat?
The Derby is coming up. I know it's only March.
No, that's okay.
But we have a Derby night, as Jerry referenced earlier, and I'll say it again since that's why I didn't have to do my hair. I got to wear a hat. And we host the event at Neilsen on May 5th.
Oh, nice. That's really nice. I tell you, is there anything you don't do? Should I ask?
No, we do a lot.
Yeah.
We do a lot. But you know, as Amy said, Neilsen is such a great community partner since they've been there. They're just incredible. You know, as Darlene said about the Centennial dance, that's going to be at Neilsen.
Next Thursday.
Nice.
Next Thursday night.
Then they're going to host our Education Foundation for that. We do our manufacturers dinner in October. They host that. They're just there all the time. You know, you talk about an employer with an ethic. You've had up to about 3,000 people on that campus.
Yeah, about 2,300, and we can bring in, certainly for our calling cycles, we have over 3,000 in the Tampa Bay area.
Now, you think about that, and Oldsmar's population is 15,000. So when they bring in 3,000, they got 1/5 of Oldsmar population that they bring in for the day.
Yeah, they do.
Okay?
Absolutely. Wow. I love the engagement with everyone over there too, you know, in getting involved like
Well,
you do.
it's been a part of what we've wanted to do, to weave ourselves into the community by hosting the events, and certainly probably top on our list now is students. We hosted 960 or so students in 2015. It's looking like 1,300 students, 1,200, 1,300 will be there in 2016. So very important to us. At the top of our list, one of the pillars that we look at is reaching out into the community with how we can help with education.
Oh, education is, I mean, it's key. Hello.
Right,
It is.
right.
I'm
So
glad to hear you say that.
That is at the top of the list. So would be remiss if I didn't mention it. And we've had some Pasco County schools come down, but we host most of our schools right in Pinellas County and East Lake and Countryside and Northeast High. And anytime we can do that, we've got a lot going on with students at Lato High in Hillsborough County. So you name it, we're right in the right spot because Oldsmar is so close to Hillsborough County.
Yes.
And obviously the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber does run into Hillsborough County, and that's an important part of our footprint.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting that you say that too, because we chose the Marriott. My husband does seminars over there, and because of that reason, I mean, such a great location, close to the airport, I mean, close to restaurants, close to you're just like right in the hub of everything. I love it.
Close to both airports.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about 15 minutes from both airports.
Yeah,
That's right.
true. Yeah,
That's
13, about a half marathon from our building to the Tampa International Airport. And so for us, that's a great opportunity to get our folks to come visit us. Neilsen's in literally 106 countries doing business today. So our Global Technology and Innovation Center, which is what we call our facility, is where we love to host meetings, external meetings, as we already talked about, but internal colleagues visit our facility. Last week we had our Neilsen Global Leadership Team visit Oldsmar and our center, and we do that all the time with clients and community groups as well. So that's key to what we do. It's Neilsen's largest facility in the world with more employees than any one of our other facilities worldwide.
Who knew?
Right here in Oldsmar.
Who knew? Right here in Oldsmar.
And then for that global event, they find ways to help the community no matter what they do. Well, the global event last week, they had about 500 people there, so they needed to have some drinks. So what did they do? They asked the Education Foundation, so we went over and worked the drinks with them, and we'll make about $1,200 off of that.
Just by being there that night.
Just by being there and having fun.
My colleague Denise Papich, who's on Jerry's Upper Tampa, with Jerry on the Upper Tampa Bay Education Board, that is the ideal opportunity. We also brought in the St. Petersburg City Theater to help us with some actors that we needed for a piece of the event, as well as some Irish dancers from the Hillsborough County area, who's one of my colleagues' daughters are in that, and we had a bagpipe player from the city of Dunedin.
No kidding.
However we can pull in the community, we do.
You know, I noticed that in the community, you know, the chambers aren't just like stuck in their own little box. Everybody reaches out and overlaps, and they have the 7 chamber, events and the this and the, and that's what I love, because that's how you can grow all the communities together.
I agree, and Jerry does that very well.
Yes.
We're a member of 6 chambers. I happen to be on the board of the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber, and but what's great is that we've been able to work together so much, and that's when everybody wins.
Yes, yes.
Amy not only is on our board, she also is a chair of our trustee program, which you forgot to mention.
Yes, and I know that we have heard from superb guests who come into our trustee meetings to talk a little bit about their business, or maybe it's local economic development. It could be something from the Convention and Visitors Bureau. It really has been an opportunity for our trustee members to hear directly from Gus Bilirakis, for example. Jerry pulls that together every year.
I know.
Yep.
It's amazing.
And Gus is going to be in our parade, too. So
I love it.
Yes, we couldn't be more proud that Gus does take the time to visit us in Oldsmar often.
There's a lot to be said for that. He definitely gets involved.
he does.
Yes.
It's a wonderful family. We met. I got involved with Mike early on, and then when Gus took his place, Gus has me on his advisory council and also his Veterans Advisory Group. So it's a great family and a great relationship.
That is so wonderful.
If all 435 of our congressmen like Gus Billirakis, we'd be a lot better off.
I'm glad you said that.
I agree.
Absolutely, because otherwise, how can you really feel the heartbeat of your community unless you tap into the emotional heartstrings of the people and find out what's going on in business, in personal, just in the overall community.
It's right. His aide called just a week or two ago to ask if he could host an event at Neilsen. And although it's not going to happen this month for a women's summit, we're always open for that kind of thing, especially for obviously not-for-profit groups. And when they're tied to education, it's even better.
Oh, education, that's my thing too. I don't think we can ever get enough education. I mean, the sky is the limit there. So God bless you for all the work that you're doing, and certainly with this chamber, it blows my mind when I hear what's going on and go, wait, there's so much.
You're inundated. Yes.
But it's all good.
And then Denise mentioned last night with an Education Foundation meeting that you're getting involved with the School to Work program too.
We're involved with Junior Achievement. We're the first company in the Tampa Bay area to bring in students. They happen to be from Leto High School. They are coming to our facility once a month. I've had 24 of my colleagues step up to be mentors, and their mentees are coming in. They're high school juniors that will be with these Neilsen mentors. They're calling them the bigs, and these littles that come in that are the high school juniors come to our facility and have the opportunity to talk with our colleagues, my colleagues, and learn quite a bit. And that mentor-mentee relationship has been already kicked off. It will continue through May of next year until they graduate. And Pam Iorio was there as the national president for Big Brothers and Big Sisters. And it's a great tie to both of these great community groups with Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and what we do with Junior Achievement.
I was going to say with Big Brothers, Big Sisters, I mean, that's a fit.
It's a great fit, and again, the first of our business groups to do it in Tampa Bay with Big Brothers and Big Sisters.
Really?
So a couple of things that we do with both of those groups. We love to talk a little bit about the School to Work program, specifically tied to the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, and happy that we're able to do it.
Oh, absolutely. When you can put those mentors together, and then, as you say, the littles and the bigs, and that makes such an impression on these kids, at that age.
It does, I noticed there was an editorial in today's Times by both superintendents in Hillsborough and in Pinellas talking about the need for mentors. So I felt there was a smile on my face when I read the paper this morning that we were doing some good things with that program, specifically the Big Brothers Big Sisters School to Work program at Neilsen, and the other great groups that we work with certainly as well. But that one comes to mind. So thank you for bringing it up.
Well, the other thing with Derby Night, not only does it support our Education Foundation, but Neilsen also has a relationship with the Children's Home of Tampa, and that's another charity.
Part of the proceeds will be going to the Children's Home in Hillsborough County, right close, again, in our footprint within the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber.
Absolutely.
Well, I got to say congratulations for being involved, so deeply with what you're doing. It's all good, all very good stuff. Jerry told me I was going to love you when I do. You'll have to come back, talk more about what's going on.
You have to join us at Neilsen. We'd love to have you. One of these great events.
Yes, absolutely.
The Centennial dinner is coming up, and obviously the Derby Night, hence that.
I certainly have my choice, don't I, right?
Yes, yeah.
Thank you.
The invitation is open.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I hope you'll come back on a show again. We're going to take a brief little time out. Jerry's going to stay with us. We have more guests to come. We're going to be talking about the Oldsmar Days, what's going up there, and more on relationship building. We'll be right back.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
Providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
Coming here, you're not just like an ordinary patient. You're actually treated like a family member, and you're treated like he actually gets to know you and makes you smile.
Welcome to New Tampa Pediatric Dental, and we are the Bees!
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Ever need a doctor after hours? Well, searching won't help. But what do? You could go to the urgent care or ER, but if only there was a better way. Introducing the MNO Plus Card. No waiting rooms, no copay, no consultation fee, giving you 24/7 access to a doctor by phone or online. It's easy to get started with affordable plans starting at $15 a month for a family of 5. For more information, visit mnoplus.com today.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. We have Upper Tampa Chamber of Commerce with us today with some amazing guests, amazing events going on. This town has such a beautiful heart and energy that is just spreading through the entire area. And I just want to mention we happen to have Joe DeRing, who is going to share a huge opportunity for all of us to join, and I'm going to actually turn it over to Joe. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I want him to share all the adventures, if you will.
That's right. So in mid-May, Empower Adventures Tampa Bay is opening a zip line and aerial adventure park at the Mobley Bayou Wilderness Preserve in Oldsmar.
You told me that that was happening last year. Remember, we were just saying during the commercial break that we're now in the thick of it, a zip line. I think I know what that is, but in case somebody doesn't know, let's talk about that. That is just too fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're building a zip line course, a series of interconnected zip lines that will range from 200 to 800 feet long, and it's all guided by our Empower guides. And so what we'll do is we'll bring participants up a tower, and then we'll give them all the courage and all the instruction that they need to fly out onto the zipline course along with our guides, and along the way we'll be talking about the environment, the different habitats that exist there, and it's going to be a really uplifting, very eco-friendly tour that we're really excited about.
That is exciting. I think our whole crew would get involved with something like this. Are you guys ready to do zip lines?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Tell them about the adventure park stuff, because what you can use it is for team building. Too.
Absolutely. Sure. So in addition to the zipline course, we'll be building an aerial adventure park that is used to essentially elevate people off the ground, and they're going to be able to climb and traverse over different bridges, cable walkways, things of that nature, and it'll be a really great team event. Really, we have 3 different markets that we appeal to. We have the leisure families come out for a fun zipline adventure market. We have the youth market where we teach leadership classes using adventure experiences, and then we have the corporate team building market as well, where we try to bring the corporate teams out as groups to help them work together. And so yeah.
I'm just about to ask you, you mentioned leadership and team building, and how do you bridge that together?
Sure. Really, adventure experiences in nature, in their nature, are very experiential, and so it gets people out of their normal comfort zone. And by doing that as a group, you essentially come together as a more cohesive unit, because you're seeing people in a very vulnerable time when they're scared, anxious, nervous about being up high. And so really, in doing that alone brings groups together. We take it a step further by offering them different team building classes where we can actually help them improve communication in the office, improve their collaboration, improve their proficiency and efficiency in the way they work together. And so we do that through our experiences and through the facilitation that we provide.
That is so interesting. So it seems like it's kind of like breaking your comfort zone.
Absolutely.
And it almost just cracking some kind of barrier
Absolutely.
by doing this.
Our mission as a company is to empower individuals and teams to seek their highest potential, and we achieve this through giving them these and delivering these extraordinary experiences and helping them get out of their normal comfort zone.
Getting out of their own way, too.
That's right.
Joe, tell them a little bit about how you got your vision for doing this.
So I spent 8 years as an infantry officer. From 2000 to 2008, I was in the Army as an infantry officer, platoon leader. And
thank you for your service.
It really is what has inspired me to take the company to where we are and to provide these leadership lessons, to provide this opportunity for teams to come together. Because really, that was always my favorite part of the Army training, was the obstacle courses. And,
really?
And when our platoon would go out and tackle the confidence course together, and just seeing how much and feeling how much that brought us together, I thought to myself, wow, this is something that I could do, in the public sector and allow folks to experience what I've experienced in the military.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
Really, this is. I don't know that I'd be good, but there again, that's breaking that barrier.
Yeah.
The fear factor, false evidence appearing real, right?
Absolutely.
I have a fear of heights. What can you do for me?
That's right. Let's
right?
go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Go
I'll take you
ziplining.
out myself. We'll guide you through the course, and by the time that hour and a half experience or so concludes, you'll have transformed to, no way, I'm never doing that to start, to, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did it. I feel so great about it. When can I do more? And so we literally see that transformation take place amongst our guests every tour.
That's fabulous, because then they take that and apply that in their own life experience, watch their self-talk because of what they have just proven themselves wrong with, right? Thinking that they can't do something. I think this is gonna so fly.
Absolutely.
Well, I will tell you, the first day I met Joe, we had our economic development meeting, and Joe was coming in and talking to our people and talking about the 70-foot towers and things, and lady sitting next to me, I couldn't do that, I couldn't do that, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And Joe says, well, I didn't know about that too, and I felt empowered by it, and that's why he did it.
Absolutely.
So she just kept saying, every time we told her something, she says, oh, I could never do that, I could never do that. I said, listen, I was in the Air Force, I had to do the same thing he had to do. But here's what Joe just taught me. I'm not an entrepreneur. Joe learned to make a business out of it. What I would have learned from that is to go sell fresh underwear at the bottom of the town.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hence, Empower Adventures.
Absolutely.
This is so unique, and there isn't anything like this around here at all.
No, there's not. And first, let me say, we are so excited to be partnering with the city of Oldsmar and working with the Chamber on this. We have recognized all the exciting things going on in the city, and we are really excited to be a part of that. We are also partnering with the Florida Audubon Society to help bring some of that eco-friendly curriculum and programming to our experiences, because it is such a wonderful site and it's such a great location for an adventure experience. And so all of the community partners that we have met and are looking forward to working with really make this a special endeavor for us. And I'll say that the empowerment that goes along with the experiences is not just limited to corporate groups or a youth leadership class, but a family that comes out.
Sure.
They may have no idea that they're going to be in for this empowering experience, but by the time they get off of either the aerial adventure park or the zipline course, they're going to feel a sense of accomplishment, a sense of heightened self-confidence that they can certainly take back to school, to work, on the playing field, whatever it may be.
And don't you think that becomes an anchor? That becomes an anchor with someone when maybe they've had some, little glitches and goal glitches and not being able to achieve some of their goals. And you're right, it just seems like it's going to just open them right up to new adventures.
That's why word empowerment is good.
I know, I love
and let
it.
me take it up a little bit to a macro level, because with Joe and Power Ventures coming into town, what we're now working with is Pinellas County Sports Commission. Basically, they're developing a plan to market Pinellas County as a sports venue with a lot of different types of sports all the time. So we're working on the development of the Oldsmar plan for that. And what we're saying is there's 4 pillars to that. We've got the Super BMX Park, which is only one of 3 in the country. We have Olympians training to go to Rio on that. We'll have this zip line over there. We have the historic Tampa Bay Downs racetrack. And we also have the Tampa Bay Skating Academy, which trains Olympic quality figure skaters as well as competitive hockey.
Who knew?
So we've got all of that there, plus all the parks and trails. So we're developing a sports plan at Oldsmar to market that whole thing.
Wow, it all comes together, doesn't it?
It does.
This is so fabulous. Now, when did you move here? Are you an original cracker?
I grew up in New England originally, and we're relocating my family here so that we can be in the community that we're working in.
Well, that's fabulous, and you picked a great area, that's for sure. Well, I wish you so much luck, Joe. I really do. Thank you so much for coming on.
It's a pleasure.
You know, we have to get John, our producer, out there with the drones because that would be so fabulous.
That's great.
I'm excited.
From 50 to 70 feet off the ground, which is the height at which our participants will be ziplining. That'll be amazing views of Upper Tampa Bay.
Oh, that would be so exciting. Well, I wish you so much luck, and this is such a great idea to empower you with this whole Empower Adventures. It's a great concept.
Thank you.
Really thinking out of the box. This will work.
We got a great community.
We do.
You do. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And I hope you'll come back.
We will.
And maybe we'll have some footage that we can show in the next show and talk about it some more.
Footage of you, perhaps, up there.
Maybe. I have to pray first, so a lot. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after this.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
Providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
Coming here, you're not just like an ordinary patient. You're actually like treated like a family member, and like you're treated like he actually gets to know you and makes you smile.
Welcome to New Tampa Pediatric Dental, and we are the Bees!
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just 1 or 2 options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Ever need a doctor after hours? Well, searching won't help. But what do? You could go to the urgent care or ER, but if only there was a better way. Introducing the MNO Plus Card. No waiting rooms, no copay, no consultation fee. Giving you 24/7 access to a doctor by phone or online. It's easy to get started with affordable plans starting at $15 a month for a family of 5. For more information, visit mnoplus.com today.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
And welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Barbara Marvell Kelly. We happen to have Upper Tampa Chamber of Commerce. Jerry Custon does a great job in bringing us some amazing guests. And speaking of amazing, I want to introduce Karen Stutzman. Your husband is president of the Olds Club of Florida that has been around for a good little while, hasn't it?
We just, a year ago, celebrated our 20th anniversary.
Well, congratulations.
We were not the very first members, but we were pretty close to being charter members of the club.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How fun is that? And the events that's going on. This was part of our initial conversation, if you remember, on the Olds Club. Remember,
Yep.
Jerry, when I first was courting Jerry to come on the show? And the more he told me about what you guys were doing, the more I thought, oh, I hope he says yes, yes, yes. And he did, and here we are. So tell me, you are like the backbone of this club and pulling things together.
Well, we have been for this event. We are not either. We both have been president at some time through the years. This year we are not president, but we have worked for the past couple of years with the Oldsmar 100 committee to put together the Oldsmobile part of the 100th celebration.
Very nice, very nice.
We're very pleased. We have probably over 100 guests coming in from all over the country. Some are coming without cars just because they want to be involved, and some are bringing their cars. We have cars starting with 1901, up through and including the last of car that the city owns, which is an Alero, which came out in, I think, 05 or 06.
Yeah, the one the city has, I think, is number 37 off the last batch.
Right.
So serial number 37 off the last batch of Olds.
That is exciting. Yeah. Now, are they all residents that live here? They're some of them are coming from all over.
Oh, they're bringing cars in.
How many did I?
Pennsylvania. We've got cars coming. Well, we've got people coming out of New York, Illinois, Texas, Missouri, California, all over the United States, and we have. Some of them will trailer their cars in. Not very many. Most of them are driving them. So the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s are all being driven, basically. But some of the real old ones will be trailered in. So
that is so. How many do you think you're going to have?
Well, we're thinking right now between 60 and 70 cars.
That's a lot.
Well over 100 people.
Usually for our parade, we have a lot of dignitaries, so we have a lot of convertibles. So we have the mayor of Oldsmar and the city council, and we invite Safety Harbor to come in. County commissioners, like I said, Congressman Bill Rackus is going to be there, Senator Latvala. So we have a lot of dignitaries in the parade. And usually we have about 25 or so. So this time we're going to have 60 or so. Yesterday we had a planning committee meeting. Usually we don't have to have a separate planning committee for the parade because we know what we're doing. But we want to do it a little bit different this year because it's going to be bigger. And so Karen, we talked about what we're going to have to do. Karen just gave me this list. They've got a 1903, a 1918, two 1903s, a 1901, a 1905, a 1915, 1933. So we have some really vintage Olds. And like I said, our Grand Marshal is a 100-year-old World War II veteran. So we're just looking forward to this being very special.
Oh, I'll tell you, the passion of you guys, Oldsmar people, you can hear it. Every single guest that's come on here today, it's really, everything's from the heart on what you guys are all doing. How long have you been living in Oldsmar?
We do not live in Oldsmar.
Oh, you don't?
No,
okay.
We live in Brandon.
Oh, okay.
So we have about a 30-mile drive every time we go over for a meeting.
Oh, coming over the bridge?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's fun, isn't it?
But we've enjoyed our relationship with Oldsmar very much. We've worked with them in the parades and the festival other years, many years. And so this just is the climax to what we've done.
It must do your heart good to see this all come to fruition
is.
after all the planning and everything. The weather's going to be fabulous, I just know.
Well, we hope so.
Oh, it
We
will
hope
be,
so.
definitely.
Yeah, one of the olds is original, and it's being driven. In fact, it's owned by our old great grandson, Tom Rowe. And I tried to get Tom here today, but he couldn't make it. He has some great stories about his grandfather. And I think 5 years ago we had our 50th. We had, I think, three grandsons.
Three grandsons.
We had three grandsons, a granddaughter, and a great granddaughter from the Olds family. But how many are there other Olds coming in this time?
We're having, let's see, Tom and his brother Ed, and the cousin Debbie. Oh, and another cousin from Michigan. So there'll be four of the great-grandchildren here.
Nice, nice. Talk about a family affair. This definitely is, right?
Yeah.
Long time running. That is so fabulous.
And we have the president of the Oldsmobile Club of America will be here, and the president of the Antique Olds Club of America. So they're recognizing what we're doing, and they'll be here.
This is going to be such a big draw for you guys, right? It always is.
It's great.
Oh yeah.
And
Now the dates again?
April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
April. Okay.
And the
This little poster.
Oldsmobiles are
1st, 2nd, and 3rd at whereabouts? Right down there off
Orioles Park at Oldsmar on Shore Drive.
Okay.
Okay. Now on Friday night we're gonna have an old show right on State Street, 4 to 7, I think it is.
Yes.
So we'll have that. But after the parade, all the Olds, and this is the beautiful part.
Yes.
All the Olds are sitting down there, right in the park, right against that bay in the background, and you will not get better pictures of classic cars in your life than you will there.
Oh boy,
It's absolutely beautiful.
That is going to be so fun.
It's absolutely
so
beautiful.
fun with all the bands that you have going,
Yep.
all kinds of food, fun, dancing, laughter, cars, and the camaraderie, and just everybody pulling it together.
Well, here's how it gets to be a family, because a couple of years ago, the president of the Oldsmobile Club of America came in, and so I got to meet him. His name's Jerry Wilson. We got to compare our notes. He's a retired Air Force colonel like I am.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, and we had similar careers, except I flew and used a lot of reconnaissance and jamming equipment. He was an engineer, and he was the one who was designing and building all those things. So he was telling me the stuff that he was designing and buying and building, and I was using them.
How about that? Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
That's neat when you meet people like that. You have that commonality together. Well, I'll tell you, this event's going to be great, and I'm glad that this worked out so perfectly. You know, coming in and doing the show when you're doing it and talking about it, and we've been talking about it for a good little while, though. So it's awesome.
Leo has one of the prize cars in the
Yes.
has one of the prize cars in the club. Why don't you tell her about that?
Well, we have a 1953 Oldsmobile Fiesta.
Yeah.
It was made 1 year. There were 458 made, and it was our dating car.
No way. Oh, how precious. No wonder you didn't get rid of it. Oh, my goodness. There was only one made?
No, there were 458 made.
But
we know of about 40 in the world that exist now. But Leo had worked for the gentleman who bought it new. And so when he traded it in 1956, Leo was able to buy it.
Oh.
And we had one date before he bought the car.
How about that? And you call it your dating car.
Yeah.
And I bet it's really in great, awesome shape.
Yeah, we try to keep it.
What color is it? What color is it?
It's, well, they call it raven red and white.
White interior?
Well, it's both colors.
Red,
The
white?
interior- The red and the white. It's a convertible. So.
Oh, of course. In Florida, right?
Sure.
Do you go tooling around town in
yes.
it?
Oh, yes, we do.
The weather's perfect for it here in Florida, right?
Part of the year, yes.
Yeah, most of the year. Well, yeah,
you
part
know,
of the year.
they didn't have air conditioning in those.
Oh, that's right. Darn. Well, now's the perfect time to be cruising,
it
huh?
is. This is the
Good
best
for
time of
you.
year.
How fun. That's really neat to have something like that and then have it involved in this event. Well, that's great. I love it.
And John said it looks like he's going to be able to come down and do live streaming TV of our whole parade.
Yes,
So
that's
we
awesome.
We hope to have that on Saturday the 2nd.
Yes. Now, what time is that?
Parade will start at 11.
Okay.
And we hope to have probably about, I would guess, about 150 elements in the parade. So that'll be nice.
That's a good-sized parade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this will be a great draw for your community for sure.
And we want everybody to come out and see us on
Yes.
Friday afternoon on State Street and on Saturday in the parade.
It's going to be awesome. Well, Karen, thank you. You're a delight.
Thank you very much.
Hope you
for
had
having
fun
me.
on the show today.
Oh, I did.
Yes.
Thank you.
And Jerry, you're going to stick around because we have had so many wonderful guests. We're actually adding a 5th segment. So we have 2 more that's going to be coming out talking about relationship building, which is one of the key elements in being a member of the Chamber, right?
You bet.
All right.
That's
Stick
number
around.
1.
That's right. We'll be right back.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
Providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
Coming here, you're not just like an ordinary patient. You're actually like treated like a family member, and like you're treated like he actually gets to know you and makes you smile.
Welcome to New Tampa Pediatric Dental, and we are the Bees!
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just 1 or 2 options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Ever need a doctor after hours? Well, searching won't help. But what do? You could go to the urgent care or ER, but if only there was a better way. Introducing the MNO Plus card. No waiting rooms, no copay, no consultation fee, giving you 24/7 access to a doctor by phone or online. It's easy to get started with affordable plans starting at $15 a month for a family of 5. For more information, visit mnoplus.com today.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation. Visit Pasco County, Florida.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
Providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
Coming here, you're not just like an ordinary patient. You're actually like treated like a family member, and like you're treated like he actually gets to know you and makes you smile.
Welcome to New Tampa Pediatric Dental, and we are the Bees!
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Ever need a doctor after hours? Well, searching won't help. But what do? You could go to the urgent care or ER, but if only there was a better way. Introducing the MNO Plus Card. No waiting rooms, no copay, no consultation fee, giving you 24/7 access to a doctor by phone or online. It's easy to get started with affordable plans starting at $15 a month for a family of 5. For more information, visit mnoplus.com today.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
Hi everyone, welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community, segment number 5, because we have so many wonderful guests that we had to bring on today. Thanks to Jerry Custon, who is always bringing us awesome guests. We happen to have Manny Parad, and we happen to have Renee Garcia, that is going to be talking about one of my favorite of all favorite subjects, topics, whatever, relationship building, and especially in business and at the Chamber of Commerce. I'm going to let either one of you just jump right in, go for it. I love it.
Okay, well, we've been doing this for 10 years. We were voluntold about 10 years ago about doing this, and we run the chamber. Our relationship building meeting is held at Aston Gardens in Tampa, and not in Oldsmar, but in Tampa. And we have about 40 people to 50 people average show up at our meetings every other week. And what happens there is we have 2 speakers that come in and speak each week, and each person gets up to speak for about a minute themselves, tell us about themselves. But what's most important about networking that I've seen is it does bring work in, but it's not a one-shot deal. You don't come walking into our place with a contract to sign, because that's not going to happen.
Right.
You don't go running up to somebody and say, hey, buy this, it's me. They have to trust you. They have to. There's a lot of things about networking that I have observed over the years. People who come into networking meetings late, or meetings in general late, it makes people say, I wonder if he'll be late with me. How you dress, how you speak, and they have to begin to trust you. You just walk in and hand somebody money, and the longer they trust you, it helps a lot. Your credibility is so important, okay? And the good thing about networking, if you do a great job or do something for somebody in the chamber while you're networking, that gets you more work. But if you do a bad job, that will do you in.
Yeah.
So you have to know, so be professional. Renee is extremely professional. She knows, I'm the bad, she's the good, okay? We're the 2 opposites running the show. Many years ago, 10 years ago, they said, Manny, we need someone to work with you. I said, we need someone opposite me. And I picked Renee because you can't go more opposite. Okay?
Yin and the yang.
The yin and the yang, that's very well said. And I also love the fact that you did say that networking isn't just showing up and trying to get business right on the spot. And I hear this from every single chamber. We are getting back to true, honest to goodness, organic relationship building, because you're right. When you build a relationship with someone, it's a rapport. And you want to know, like, and trust them. We keep hearing that, know, like, and trust. And it's true. You want to be able to trust somebody before you do business with them, and if you're going to give a referral. Now, a little birdie told me that you are the queen of Mary Kay. Is that true?
not exactly the queen.
But close.
But I have been in Mary Kay for 22 years.
So you're doing
So
something
I have been
right.
around a very long time. I love what I do.
Good.
But most importantly, I love the relationships. And
Yes.
that's why the chamber is so perfect for a small business, small business like mine.
Sure.
So, but you know, Manny was absolutely correct when he was saying about you have to show up. I have, being that we've run that meeting now for about 10 years, you see people come in, they might come once or twice, because we do meet every other Friday, and then maybe I don't see them anymore. But I might see them at something else, and I'll
Yes.
say, geez, you know, I haven't seen you, where you been? Well, I didn't get any business when I came, and I thought, okay, let's talk about this a little bit. It's not about you going and getting business immediately. That's not what it's about. It truly is about learning about the other members, what they do, how you can network for them, and they in turn will network for you.
That is
but
true.
you can't do that by showing up 1 or 2 times.
I hear that as well. Yeah, how do you build a relationship, especially when there's a lot of people at the meeting and, you know, you spend X amount of time and it takes a while to do that.
Sure.
It does. It
And
does.
those 40 people change. It's not the same 40 people.
Right.
So it's someone new every day. There's new people in there. And you have to reach out to them, and you have to show them that you came on time, you're professional, you're doing the right thing. And then when they trust you, then comes the work. You know, I do air conditioning work. If I went to your house and messed it up and put it in upside down, you think they're going to refer me? No.
I don't think so.
No, it doesn't work that way. And the chamber has another value that I feel that we have that a lot of people don't realize, that sometimes a chamber membership will save you money by finding someone who's in the business who you can know, like, and trust, who can work in your home or your business and save you money because you're a chamber member. And I
Yes.
see that all the time. That's a hidden value that people just don't see, that you have a friend in the business. Because I consider the chamber my extended families. You know,
Sure.
they're here, so they're actually closer than my
Yeah.
regular family from Massachusetts. But that's who I go to all the time. Chamber members, they are my friends, and they're all of our friends. I've known Renee a lot of time, and I go to her with, you know, it's great.
I love to hear that. It all does go back to relationship building.
I'm going to blow the whistle on both of them a little bit. I shouldn't do that. But,
We're going to go. We're good.
But what they haven't said is, they've been doing this for 10 years, every other Friday. You know what time? 7:30 a.m. 7:30 a.m. every Friday, 7:30 to 9. And they draw 40 people every other Friday.
Isn't that amazing? That must be is it one of the B&I groups?
Ooh.
It could be similar in the way that we function.
Yeah, but not as
Restrictive.
controlled.
That's why I was gonna
Yeah.
ask about that.
I think we're much more outgoing. Well, one of us is obnoxious, and it's not her. And so that brings a little humor into the place when you can make fun of one another and no one's feelings are hurt. It makes it. You got to get someone to get up early in the morning. She gets up at 5:30 to come. You know, I get up at 20 past 7 to get there at 7:30. I live around the corner, but that's okay. But you got to get people. You got to give them something to come to. Why am I going there? Is it the food? No, we have free food, but that's not what it's about.
Right.
It's about they need to be entertained. They make it worth their while. So go back to you, Jerry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the thing I'd like to say is what I see, you know, when you go to the meetings, is you'll see new people come in. And first day, they get to give their 60-second commercial. And some of them do not do a good job. Okay? Now, Manny sometimes makes fun of them, but he makes fun of them in a way that's entertaining.
And not hurtful.
And then what I see, and I'm sure you do too, you see growth. Week after week after week after week, you see growth.
Yeah.
And you see those relationships building. And that's the value. What I'm going to tell on Renee is, how many pink cars have you gotten?
Pink, 2.
2.
But I've gotten 13 Mary Kay cars.
How about that?
It's not easy to drive
Congratulations.
13 cars at one time.
Thank you.
So what I'm telling you there, you see two of the best team building pros you're ever going to see.
Absolutely. Well, you know, it takes commitment to go to those early meetings. I've been to 2 of the other that we were just mentioning. And I like this whole idea. This makes sense, but it's a commitment to get up that early.
I was committed a few years ago.
Yeah.
I think one of the big differences between the chamber and, say, something like a BNI or some of the other ones that are out there is that the BNIs are restrictive. There's only one person per category. And I don't personally think that's such a good thing. It takes all kinds of people to sell to all kinds of people. And if you do a good job and you are ethical, you have integrity, and everything else that goes along with it, you will draw business. And there's enough business to go around.
You know, you are a gal after my own heart. There is enough business to go around. And, you know, this whole thing about competition, there really is none. I mean, it's all in your perception of it, because there's no one as unique as you. There's only one you. Right. There's only one you. There's only one you. So
one you.
And so we have our own uniqueness that other people are going to relate to and resonate with. It just makes a whole lot of sense. I'm so glad to hear you say that. Not everybody gets that, because there are still those groups where there's, you know, one person, and I could never get that. I could never get, because in brick and mortar, you go to the mall, there's all kinds of makeup counters, there's all kinds of this and that, and appliance companies and everything. So I think it is good to be a little bit more open and open-minded with having, you know, more than one.
You know, we kind of call ourselves the Australian Rules Chamber. No rules, just right.
Oh, I love that.
That's true.
You know, we're very inclusive about that. And I think a couple of weeks ago, to give a case in point, when they do these 10-minute, Renee has to do all the scheduling for the people to get their 10-minute time. And I think a couple of weeks ago, you had 2 realtors.
Yes.
Right?
They partnered.
They partnered. We had two
spoke
two
at the
realtors.
same time, and they tag teamed. And because even though they're both in real estate, they do a different portion of real estate.
Sure.
It's just like insurance people. They might, one might be health insurance, another one might be car insurance or whatever. It's just
And
different.
I guess maybe there's some people that in their particular profession or trade may want to go to those other groups where there is only one of each, you know, profession.
Well, there's a lot positive, I think, about that. But there's a lot positive, too, about the way we do business.
Yeah. And so that's every other Friday at 7:30. And where is it held?
It's in West Chase. It's at Aston Gardens on West Linebaugh. We cover not just Oldsmar, because everyone thinks we're the Oldsmar Chamber. We're doing West Chase, we're doing Town and Country. Most of the members come in from West Chase and Town and Country. And so it's a large group that come in. I have people come in from Newport Richie here as well. And they drive from St. Pete, and they say, oh boy, you know, I drove all the way here from St. Pete. And I love to hear that, because that's a long ride.
Oh, yeah, that is commitment. That's when they mean business.
But it's worth it to them. They wouldn't be coming if they weren't making money.
That's right. That's right.
Or enjoying it, even.
Yes.
You know? And it's the way it's set up. Aston Gardens has been a real blessing for us. It's a great facility. It's a nice big room, and their accommodations to us have been they're very wonderful to us. But the room is set up, and the tables are in a horseshoe. Everybody comes in, they network a little bit, we get started. They sit down at the tables, and everybody gets to stand up and do their 60-second commercial.
That's great.
And then we do have our 2 10-minute speakers.
Awesome.
And it stays on time.
And it's on time.
It's on time.
Always.
Well, I want to thank all of you for joining us today in our segment number 5, and it was definitely worthwhile. And I hope that you'll come back and join us on My Chamber TV. What do you think of the show?
It was great.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
And thank you for saving the best for the last.
Well, I can't top that, so I want to thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next time on My Chamber TV. Thanks, and have a great week.